Okay, we're on the air. Okay, it says we're up to 2 people watching, so I guess we'll just go ahead and get started for now. Okay. Wow, can't believe I've been playing on this one for over 24 hours now. That's crazy to think. This means that there's probably at least 24 hours of content out there that I've made. Crazy to think about that as well. So let's see. So we were starting to go through the Silphco Tower, but I am scared of going up against my rival, let alone the Team Rocket boss this soon on. So I am biding my time and trying to go up against a few other trainers as well as gyms, trying to get my Pokemon up to snuff to start facing them. Did recently add a new member to my team in honor of my football brother Brandon, who, you know, well, sorry, you don't know, but who passed away during my high school time. And I thought that it was very appropriate to name my new fighting type Pokemon after him. And anyway, and I know I only have a couple people watching so far, but you know. Hopefully people come back and watch these if they missed the beginning so they can kind of catch up as well. But yeah, this is the team so far. And maybe I'll do this a little bit later on when we got some more people watching to kind of introduce the team again and go from there. Apparently I forgot to heal last time I saved. So now we're good there. Let's see. Quick Google search for the Fuchsia Gym. Because I want to see what levels of Pokemon are again. Just make sure that even though I'm not quite up to 40 yet, that I might still be able to be a match for this gym. Okay, so he's got 2 level 37 Coughings, a level 43 Wheezing, and a level 39 Muck. And I know that Muck's probably going to be one of the bigger challenges, but I do got Reese up to level 38, so that's pretty good start already there. So yeah, we're going to give it a shot. We're going to go down to the gym and see how we can do. I might not start off with my strongest Pokemon first for the gym. Might try to use some of my other Pokemon to take out the Coughings. In fact, I might throw Andy out there just for sake of experience and the fact that he's got crazy good special attack to take on some of the Weezings to begin with. Just so that we don't tire any of my other Pokemon out before getting to that point. And then always, this gym has invisible walls that you have to try and navigate around. It's not too difficult most of the time, but it can be annoying to navigate through. And of course, I could probably look up a tutorial or some kind of...
I don't know, if you look hard enough, you can kind of see little white spots in the corners, and that's the ones that are blocked.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it's
well,
kind of hard to see, but it is seeable.
It is seeable. Wow. My wife is new to me. Yeah, life is going good. Thanks for joining on. Appreciate you being here. Even though this won't change anything, I always save before a gym match, just in case. I feel like cheating. I don't know. And any of my Pokemon die. But, I don't do that, so because that would be silly. Let's see. So
You're way too lawful for that.
I am way too lawful for that. So, we are going to have Andy out there first, take on the first Weezing, and, yeah, let's just see how this goes. Whew, very well. I shall show you true terror as a ninja master. Poison brings steady doom. Sleep renders foes helpless. Despair to the creeping horror of poison-type Pokemon. Terrifying. Well, apparently if you look really close, you can kind of see a little bit better on the walls, but I guess we'll just kind of
seeable. It's seeable.
Sam says it's seeable. I believe her. And I could kind of tell after she explained it. But yeah. Alright. First coffee. Let's take it out with a shockwave. Amazing. Oh! He's just like, well, you took out my first Pokemon in one hit. I'm going to throw a muck at you. Reese, your time to shine. You got this. I should do a stream where I argue everything she says. It depends on my mood, but in this particular case, I'm following what she says for now because I could actually see what she said. Magnitude 7! That's a great start. Take him out. Ah, oh, so close. Okay. Minimize is always a little bit scary, raising its evasiveness, but I think Magnitude should still be able to hit him. Of course you're going to use a Hyper Potion. You would do that. That would make complete sense in this scenario. Magnitude 6. Still hits. But knowing from the 7, it's not going to take him out unless it's a crit, which would be awesome! Yes! Critical hit. Sorry. Just a little excited. My little trout is looking at me with very wide eyes, wondering why I'm yelling. I'm sorry. Woohoo! 1,311 experience points for that. Excellent. Alright. Well, Reese, you've done your job, so we're gonna go ahead and throw Andy back out there. Take out the other coughing. So far, so good for this gym. Excellent. So gosh darn close. I'm really tempted to keep Andy out there just to get him a little bit more experience. Yeah, Andy's got this. And then we'll throw in Dexter should things look a little bit more dire. But Andy's got this. I have a feeling. Not bad. Okay, you can keep using Smokescreen on me, because guess what? Special thing about Shockwave is that it never misses. Woot woot. Ooh, Sludge. I hate Sludge. I hate it. Oh my gosh, I hate it. Okay, I'm gonna go before him. We got this. Of course, you're gonna use a Hyper Potion, though. That would make sense. I don't think I can keep Andy out for another attack then. It's a good point, Dexter. I just wanted the experience to get a little bit split on this, so we are going to throw you out there now. Can't risk any more to Andy, because Andy is going to be way too vital to my team in the future. Not to say that you wouldn't, but you are a better matchup in this particular case. For sure. Take him out. So gosh darn close. Okay, so gotta keep using the sludges. Not very effective, it says. We got this. Side beam, take him out, and just like that. Holy cow, we're up to 5 people watching already. That happened really quick. Welcome, everyone. Anyway, sorry, just like that. We got Andy up to a level 38, thanks to splitting the experience with that. And we beat the 5th gym, just like that. Humph, you have proven your worth. Here, take the soul badge. And along with 4,300 Pokebucks to go along with it. Alright, appreciate you still being here all the same. Depending on how long I'm here, maybe I'll come join you later. TM06. Toxic. It is a secret technique dating back some 400 years. Crazy stuff. And of course I can't just walk out of here. That would be ridiculous. Alright, we're going to use Sam's little thing. So she said that there's little white dots on the squares so you can kind of tell where the walls are. And I'm starting to see that a little bit more. Alright, and we're out. Meowk. Alright. Feel pretty good about that. I'm just looking up Sylph's code really quick to see just how badly I might get wrecked on this one. Okay, it's actually not as bad as I thought. So he's got a level 37 Pidgeot, 37 Growlithe, 35 Execute, a 35 Alakazam, and his starter Pokemon is a level 40, which will be a Charmander at this point? I guess maybe a Charizard, actually. So, I might actually go take on the Sylph Company tonight and see how that goes. But yeah. Ah, I'm glad I could help out by streaming at the perfect time. Alright. Let's see. So we're going to hop back on good old Mirinda. Problem is that I know that I want Brandon to be in a good spot to help me with whatever the boss has. So he has a level 37 Nidorino, 35 Kangaskong, which is what destroyed me last time, 37 Rhyhorn, and a 41 Nidoqueen. So yeah, some crazy stuff there. To go up against them would most likely use Dexter again with some Psychic, but kind of need to find a place to train up my little 25 fighting type Pokemon. If I had Flash, I'd go into the rock tunnel, but unfortunately I don't. That's gonna be the next best place. Because there's nothing but like flying Pokemon in the grass over there. Can't decide where it's gonna be a good place to try and train them up. It's gotta be some decent grass between. I don't know. Apologies. So let's fly up to Celadon really quick. Or, not, yeah. Saffron. There we go. We're gonna head down. We're gonna throw Brandon out there. see if we can't start training him up a bit. Let's see, I think I've been in this grass before. I don't think anything over here is all that high level either, now that I think about it. Yeah, level 15 Pidgey. Focus Punch, Pursuit, Agility, Mach Punch. Try Mach Punch. Oh, Stardew Valley. Very nice. Alright. Yeah, staying down here is not going to be all that effective. Let's see. Actually wonder. Could I have just ridden my bike the rest of the way down? Yes, but I'm gonna fly over here anyway. Okay, so the ship sets sail. But you can come back here eventually and you can go to some different islands around here. But I don't know if I'm far enough along in the game yet to be able to do that yet, unfortunately. Need to get him leveled up so he can at least learn Thunder Punch, and then I can go take him up against all those water trainers that are between here and the next city I need to go to. I guess technically speaking, I could start looking at let's see, what would be, which gym is the one I'm thinking of? Sorry guys, I'm a little disorganized tonight. Let's see. It's not Lavender Town, it would be Cerulean, I think. Is the one I'm thinking of that would have a Psychic type gym. Problem is that fighting would definitely be a poor choice to take into a Psychic type gym. Okay. Oh, it's Cerulean's not right. Duh. That's Misty's town. What am I thinking of? Am I thinking Celadon? Let's see. No, because that's where the Force Gym is. What am I thinking of? I'm struggling, guys. I'm sorry. Oh wait, it is in Saffron, and I can't go to the Saffron Gym until I've beaten Silphco, because that makes all of the Team Rocket members go away.
Is that your next thing?
Yes, and unfortunately, I would have really have liked to not have beaten all of the trainers inside of there before getting Brandon, because then he could have trained up against those guys as well. I'm gonna go double check to make sure there isn't any other trainers I might have missed besides my rival, because I'm pretty sure that's the point I got to last time. Because we opened up all the doors since we got the card key. Yeah, I'm almost certain that's what we did last time, is just go through all the floors and make sure I had fought everyone. Let's see. Yeah, because that's where Giovanni's gonna be. Fought that guy. Okay. Yep, the unfortunate realization that I have probably fought everyone in here already. And therefore do not have anyone for Brandon to fight, and he's like 10 levels underneath everyone else in here. Let's see. So I don't know if I can think of any good grinding places for him to go. Let's see. You know what? Let's see. Well, that's the other problems. I don't have anyone that can surf. That is the other sad realization of my life. Which means, you know what? As much as I would love having a fighting-type Pokemon on my team, I'm going to have to probably switch Brandon out for my water-type Pokemon anyway, just so I can have someone to surf. So, yep, we're just going to go beat the rest of the tower. Sorry for the indecision, guys. On our way now. We have a plan. We know what we're doing. Which means I'm going to go throw Brandon into the PC. That way we can get Lapras. You've been great, buddy. All right. Okay. Let's see. Means I need to remember where the beds are at, because it's on that floor that you use a jump pad to go fight your rival. Let's see, and with Pidgeot going to be first, we're going to throw Andy out there. Take him out. Okay, yes, the beds are on this floor, but I think it's actually one more up. Different beds. I need the ones that I can actually rest in. Yes, those are the fake beds. Ah, the real beds. And for good measure. Yes, I will take a quick nap. Thank you. Speaking of, that's a self-care tip of the week at my work, is to go to bed earlier, which I thought was quite ironic, considering that it's daylight savings and no one wants to go to bed at the time it says right now. But I have also heard that they are finally putting through a bill to get rid of daylight savings, which I am very happy to hear about. Alright, there is Paperwalk getting ready to fight me. And I think we're going to do just fine against him with our 5 Pokemon team right now. We're going to save just because we can. And then we're going to take out all of his team successfully. Here we go. Here we go. What kept you, Seth? I was training Pokemon. I thought you'd turn up if I waited here. I guess Team Rocket slowed you down. Not that I care. I saw you in Saffron, so I decided to see if you got better. Alright, here we go. Five v 5. Let's do it. Oof, a little quick attack. Nothing I'm too worried about. So gotta start close. Got a quick attack of my own, and I'm faster. Goodbye now. Okay. Nice amount of XP there. Gyarados. Alright, so gonna keep you out. A little bit of intimidation, that's okay. So gotta use a Shockwave, and hopefully since he's 3 levels below us, that will go ahead and take him out. Perfect. Critical hit. Right on top of that. Good job, Andy. Execute. It is a grass type, so we are going to use Morinda to take that one out. Lovely wing attack. Okay, so far so good. Whew! Stun Spore missed. Thank goodness. Super effective. Alakazam. Know what this means. Our master of taking out Psychic type Pokemon. Lovely Hyper Fang. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna go for another one. Excellent. Critical hit. Good job, Sam. Get wrecked. Okay, Charizard. Question is, does Charizard get affected by ground type moves since he is also part flying now? I guess we're about to find out. Let's check out that magnitude 6. That's what I was afraid of. Scary face. What is that going to do? Significantly reduce my speed? Well, thanks. I'm a rock. Okay, we're going to use Rock Throw instead then. Smoke screen. Okay. It's okay. We got this. Unless we keep missing. Ha ha ha! Holy crap! Super effective.
Nice.
Take him out. Oh, that was it. I took him out. Oh, for some reason, I thought there was still one more Pokemon to go through. Sweet! Well, Seth, I'm moving on up and ahead. By checking my Pokedex, I'm starting to see what's strong and how they evolve. Am I a genius or what? I'm going to the Pokemon League to boot out the Elite Four. I'll become the world's most powerful trainer. Seth, well, good luck to you. Don't sweat it. Smell ya. This guy. Okay. Oh, hi. You're not a rocket. You came to save us? Why, thank you. I want you to have this Pokemon for saving us. Haha. Just a free Lapras. And it's a boy Lapras.
For free?
For free. Yeah. Let's see. You know what? This is going to my good pal, who I've known for quite some time and did not realize was also a cousin to my wife until much later in life. This is going to my good buddy M. Weichel. Or, you know, if you pronounce it as it's supposed to be, I suppose. It's Michael. Spelled. That's a G. Go back. That was about to be awkward. Okay. M. Weichel and or Michael, welcome to the team. It's a Lapras. It's a very intelligent Pokemon. We kept it in our lab, but it will be much better off with you. I think you'll be a good trainer for Lapras. It's a good swimmer. He'll give you a lift across water. I was counting on it.
What's he got?
Let's see. We're about to find out because we're going to teach him Surf right off the bat. Already knows 4 moves. Okay, which moves are we going to forget? So we got Mist. The ally party is protected by a mist that prevents stat reductions. It's actually pretty good. We got Body Slam. User drops its full body on the foe, and it may leave the foe paralyzed. Also pretty good. Confuse Ray. The foe is exposed to a sinister ray that triggers confusion.
It's very sinister.
Any battler that hears this faints in 3 turns unless it switches. Potentially a good one to have, but I think I am going to get rid of that one in lieu of Surf instead. Michael learns Surf. Excellent. I forgot to check what level it was, too. 25. Okay. It seems to be whenever you get a free Pokemon, gives you it at level 25. Seth, where are you going? I am going back to bed. Because we need all of those HP points if we're going to take on the main guy. Question is, do I leave now, train up my Lapras a couple levels so that it can take on the Rock-type Pokemon that this guy's going to throw out? Yeah, I think we are. We're going to go back to Diglett Cave, everybody. I know, I'm sorry. Gonna try and not make this last too long, because I know you guys want to see me take on the boss of the Team Rockets. Holy cow, struggling today. But I'm just gonna go get Lapras a couple levels, practicing using that wonderful Surf, and then we'll continue on after. Let's see. Easiest way to Diglett Cave is probably... Yep, through Vermilion. Ah, Liza, thank you for joining us. I would say that not too much has happened so far, but unfortunately there has been quite a bit. Especially since I went and fought the fifth gym leader right at the beginning of the stream. And I also just barely beat my rival again, but now I'm going to be training up my Lapras. Hey, Nathan Brush, my friend, my good buddy. Man, this has been like the best way to get my football buddies to come back and talk to me is through these streams, so good to see you, man. I just realized I didn't even have Lapras out first. This is embarrassing. Not only that, I have my electric type going up against ground. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, swap it out. Go, Michael, go. Oh, has anyone ever asked me for therapy or treatment? I'm sorry. There's actually been a lot of chatting tonight, which has been good. That's always great. It just sometimes makes it so that I forget to look at everything that everyone is saying. But, to be honest, there has been a time or two where someone has asked for, like, advice or even asked me if I'm allowed to give advice. Everything that I do is pretty general. And worst comes to worst, I usually suggest seeking out therapy, if at all possible. And then if people need things beyond that, I usually will talk about general statements, and sometimes I do even talk about good coping skills to use and things along those lines as well. Okay. That actually isn't going too bad.
What's your favorite coping skill?
My favorite coping skill? I don't know. It's hard to say. Because between ones that I use and ones that I like explaining. So the one I love explaining the most is TIP. TIP is one of my favorite ones to explain ever. Because it's a lovely acronym and it's really easy to remember. Okay, use dig. Hopefully it won't hurt me too much. Yep, that's not bad. Because it stands for temperature, meaning that you... because a lot of the time when we get upset, addressing your temperature can be a good way of helping you calm down because your temperature goes up when you're upset. Sorry, never mind. I'm gonna go ahead and not continue explaining that. So in lieu of answering other questions. Oh yeah, I'm actually playing this on the GameCube of all things, and using the the Game Boy Advance the player that you put on the bottom of the GameCube, and then you put a disc in the top so that it allows you to play Game Boy Advance games. So yeah, I'm playing Leafgreen on the GameCube, but technically for the Game Boy Advance. Thanks, man. It's really fun to play on these retro gaming systems, and, after I get through this Nuzzlock, I'm afraid I won't be doing, purely Pokemon-related content. I mean, I probably will play more Pokemon games in the future, but I'm going to try to keep it relatively varied, because eventually what I want to do is to be able to start diagnosing characters that I encounter in different video games. The next one I'm going to be playing, for anyone who knows, is going to be Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, which I am lucky enough to have a copy of, as well as the not only the GameCube one, but also its sequel that came out on... Ooh, this might actually hurt. Please don't hurt me too much, please. Okay, thank goodness. On the Wii, called Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn, which is a sequel to Path of Radiance. So yeah. Okay, this is just kind of the thing I go through. I go through the Diglett Cave, and then I pop out on the other side, do a quick heal, and then continue on going back down, and I just kind of keep bouncing back and forth between the two cities. If I don't get too hurt, or I don't run into too many while I'm going through the cave, I usually will stick in the cave a little bit longer, or try to even do a full lap. Well, yeah, I actually am able to diagnose. Typically, with my current job, with the treatment center I work at, since we have a psychiatrist, we typically defer to him when it comes to diagnosing. However, if I notice symptoms or things that come up during my interviews with my clients and sessions and things along those lines, I'm like, hey, they're actually showing a lot of this particular diagnosis. Most of the time, reactive attachment disorder I've found with a lot of the girls that I work with. And then I can bring up those symptoms to the psychiatrist, and we can work on making a change to the diagnoses. Or if he's suggested one in the past, a lot of the time they will also do a diagnosis, for example, like ADHD or bipolar, and they will add on the end of it rule out, which means that through more study and observation of the client, if it appears that they are not showing the symptoms but is better explained by a different diagnosis or condition, then we can, as it says, rule out that diagnosis. Let's see, Path and Dawn are the best Fire Emblem? Yeah, for sure they are. In case of emergency, use water. That's awesome. Let's see. Be that, get a drink of water, take a warm bath, have a good cry, etc. Works 99% of the time. Yeah, I would agree with that. In fact, a lot of the time they suggest that when you've been crying, that you actually do take a shower, or at least change into something more comfortable, or change, because it allows you to kind of physically change out of that particular emotion that you were feeling at the time by physically changing their clothing. In fact, they do that a lot of the time with suggesting that you change your clothes after work so that you can get out of the work mindset and get into the relaxed home mindset so that you can properly rest yourself that way. Well, yeah, medication, of course, is very important. That's why another reason we have a psychiatrist working with us, because a lot of the girls that I work with do have rather severe mental disorders, and a lot of the time medication is one of the few ways you can treat it. For example, bipolar, most of the time you can only treat that with lithium and other types of antipsychotics. that you work through with that. And unfortunately, if you were to ask me a lot of questions about medications, I would be less than apt at answering those. There are certain ones that I work with all the time that I kind of mostly understand. However, majority of the time when it comes to medication questions, I defer to the psychiatrist, because that's what he gets paid for. I get paid for talking to people and help them live a happier life as best as possible, which is what I enjoy doing. But I agree, definitely, Bryce, that that medication is a huge part of someone's treatment. How common is BPD for people that I help? Seeing as it's most highly diagnosed in women, and I worked with adolescent females, it's pretty common. However, we do steer away from trying to fully diagnose the scene, as all of the clients I work with are under 18, hence adolescents. However, there have been times where the symptoms are so strong and prevalent that it can't really be explained by any other condition. And so we often will fully diagnose someone with borderline personality disorder if that is the only explanation that there is. However, there have been times as well where it's not a full diagnosis, but you can put in to someone's chart that they exhibit borderline personality traits, and then attempt to still treat them as if you were treating borderline personality, but with more of a preventative care of helping them work through the traits. But yeah, Bryce gets it. Alright. Actually, no, we can stay down here a little bit longer. Especially I'm going to be wanting Lapras as well when we get to the fire gym and all that good stuff.
Does Lapras have an evolution?
Lapras does not have an evolution.
So it's just a single...
I don't think they've ever created a evolution for Lapras, so I don't want to say that without, someone Googling it for me, but, anyway. Yeah, I don't think Lapras has an evolution. At least not in this game, for sure. Hey, thanks for coming, Bryce. Hope to see you next time. And if you're still watching, I'm sorry for the delayed responses, because that's just how streaming works. Hey! At least we're reminding you by talking about medication. Is it weird talking about work after work? Sometimes. I'm getting more used to it, and I know that through streaming and under the not guise, I'm trying to find the right word I'm trying to use here, but just, under the umbrella of I am trying to stream for mental health's sake, and invite conversation regarding mental health, it kind of becomes more part of my life. And, I am able to still separate the fact that me talking about and giving mental health advice to people that are typing to me through a computer screen versus actual... Well, sorry, you guys are actual people. Man, I'm having a rough time at this. But having, a physical presence of a person, talking to me and I'm giving advice to. Plus, you guys are, if I might say, a lot kinder than the people I work with. And you typically don't ask me to print you out lyrics and or try to manipulate me into doing things for you that I know are against the rules. So... there's a lot of things that separate doing this versus what I typically deal with on a day-to-day basis at work. Plus, I don't have to write a note after this. So that is the biggest plus. If there wasn't HIPAA or anything like that, I would probably live stream my sessions, because then they would be automatically documented. And people who have any questions, they could just go back and watch my whole session. It would be great. But anyway, I digress. It's good to have documentation because it proves that things happened. This person received counseling. My counseling. That's great. It's kind of nice to have something I'm just kind of doing mindlessly as I'm talking about different aspects of mental health, and it's kind of helpful that way, for sure. Oh, what up, Chris? Speaking of... Well, actually, never mind. I don't know if you want to know... other people to know how you're associated with me, but... here goes anyway. Chris, thanks for being here. This is one of the best staff members of our facility, and he can try to deny it all he wants, but he is one of the best ones there. And I appreciate him being here because him and I do share a mutual love of gaming. He was one of the first people to point out that the shirt I was wearing to work one day was not only a Disney shirt, but a Kingdom Hearts shirt, and he was like, I know that a lot of people don't know that, but I got you. And I've appreciated him ever since that day. Appreciated him before then, but, you know, just on a different level, if you get what I mean. Yeah. Sorry. Got on a tangent, lost it, and started being quiet, so I'll just go ahead and start talking aimlessly now for anyone else. Is benefit if you just like listening to the sound of my voice. That's why, one reason I hope that you come in to my streams. If you don't, I hope you just mute it and just watch anyway. It's good to have my wife here, because someone's got to laugh at my jokes.
Forever.
But that was did you have some regret in your voice about that?
No.
Oh. Hey, if you want to... I don't know if you can drop links into chats, but that would be one that would be super fun to watch for me. I actually love Viva La Dirt. They're one of my favorite sketch comedies because it's all about gaming. And the fact that they have one that's about live streaming a therapy session, that just sounds absolutely hilarious to me. Let's see, what got me into the study of mental health? I feel like I've shared this story before, but it's possible that maybe I haven't recently. How I got into mental health? Well, let's just get into it. So, when I was a young boy, I had told my mom that I actually thought I would become a therapist or a psychologist or something along those lines because I just thought I would be really good at it. And my mom was just like, hey, you do realize that means you'll be in a room talking to crazy people all day. I'm like, well, I mean, I guess this is the early 2000s and we don't have a good conversation about mental health as we do now. Of course, I didn't think that at the time, but all the same. So I was just like, I guess you have a point. And she was like, look, why don't you go take one of those, surveys or tests that tells you what career you would be most suited for. And I was like, all right, I'll go do that. And so I took that test, and all the things that came up was like this kind of therapist and that kind of therapist and this kind of therapist. Like, those were the top 3 answers. And I was just like, I showed my mother, and she was like, well, okay then. And I was like, my mom does have a point that being a therapist would be kind of hard, particularly with the crazy kinds of mental health problems that there are out in the world. Maybe I'll try to work more with people who are growing up and doing more preventative stuff. So I thought I would become like a school counselor, be there to like help students figure out like what schools they want to go to, and just kind of be around to, just be able to help in that way. The way I used to word it back in the day is that my dream is to help other people achieve their dreams, and that's kind of how I viewed school counseling. Then I went, served a mission for the church. Oh, wow. Level 29 Del Rio. Well, this is nice. It should give me lots of experience. Ouch. Drop in accuracy, but it's okay. But anyway, to shorten the story a little bit, essentially I did get to the point where it was finally time for me to go to college and figure out what I was doing, and I was like, alright, so what do I need to do in order to get into counseling or school counseling or whatever that would be. And they're like, well, we don't know if we have something that's as specific to school counseling, but why don't you get into behavioral science and take the 101 classes there to figure out what you might like. And I said, okay. And I took a intro to social work. And so that was my first exposure to social work without, considering it being like the people who take kids away from families, which, is how it's often portrayed in media. But then I learned about the fact that social work is pretty versatile. Yes, there is obviously those who work with social services, helping work with child protective agencies and helping families not be separated, but ultimately come back together if it's in the best interest of everyone. Regardless, that's my little soapbox for a second for not being too hard on social workers. Okay, but I think the title is Secret Therapy Stream, posted about a month ago. Okay, good to know. But yeah, so, and then took social work 101, decided that that's what bachelor I would go for because eventually if you get your master's degree, then you can go into counseling that way. And, I had thought that maybe I would keep a bachelor's at first and then eventually get my master's degree, but through another longer story, I did eventually get into the master's program at UVU after completing their bachelor's program, and got involved with that in that way. And then shortly after graduating and working towards completing the test, I actually started my job at my current facility and have been there for the last 3 years or so. It'll be 3 years in May that I've been there. Let's see. Man, I actually remember playing on the Game Boy Color, too. The very first Pokemon game I actually ever played was Pokemon Yellow. I've seen it from time to time in stores and stuff like that, but I just, for one reason or another, can never convince myself that I can make whatever amount of money that they want for the Pokemon Yellow version worth spending that amount of money for it. So I just haven't gotten it yet, but I'm just glad that I have as many Pokemon games as I do have currently, including Leaf Green. My wife owns Fire Red. I may or may not employ her in the near future to help me evolve some of my Pokemon through trading. And then, yeah, I definitely remember playing on the Game Boy Color back in the day. Yellow version was one of the main ones I played, and then I also played Gold version. It was one of my favorite ones as well. And then, for some reason or another, I took a break from Pokemon, and honestly, then Leaf Green and stuff came out, and I kind of played those for a little bit. I think the last Pokemon game, or most recent Pokemon game that I played through, or, let me try that again. Like, I took like a really long break from playing video games for a while, guys, thanks to school. Or at least Pokemon video games, I should say. And, so the last one I played through when it came out and I had my Switch was Pokemon Sword and Shield, and I played Pokemon Sword. Really enjoyed that one. And then, most recent game that I beat was Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. I always have to make sure that I'm saying the right one, lest I make a JoJo's reference without meaning to. And if anyone understands what I mean by JoJo's reference, please say so. I would love to know if there's other JoJo fans in the crowd of my 6 that are currently watching. But yeah. And I appreciate the comment about me pursuing my dreams. I do what I can, and it's been good so far. And I've really enjoyed having the knowledge I do about mental health so that I can help those around me as well. You're right, Vern, because it's almost impossible because almost everything is in JoJo's now. Alright. For the sake of time, I think I'm just going to go ahead and get Michael up to a level 28 and then see if I can use him to take out at least the Rhyhorn of Giovanni's gang. And I'm going to have to make sure I keep Reese as healthy as possible, because she's going to be my only one with a fighting type move to take out the Kangaskhan, which is the one that was the biggest pain in my butt last time. Level 28. Perfect. Okay. Still fight a few other ones as we're walking out. And anyone else who's just joining or coming in, appreciate you guys being here. Before I go take on Giovanni, I'll probably do a quick rundown of my current Pokemon team, just so everyone's aware of it, and we'll go from there. Recently added Lapras, which I named Michael on my team. And also probably as soon as I'm out of here and heal up all... Well, no, I could probably do that now. So, for anyone who doesn't know, who is recently joining, quick reminder on Nuzlocke rules. Pokemon Nuzlocke is essentially a set of self-imposed rules that people will use in order to make the game of Pokemon more difficult and to some more fun, if you're a sadist, for example.
Just for example.
Just for example. But no, it's been fun for me so far. But essentially, the rules are pretty simple, and I've added a couple extra ones on top just for flavor's sake of what I wanted to do. But essentially, how it works is that you can only catch the first Pokemon that appears in an area. I included that as long as it's not a repeat as well. And then if you don't catch that Pokemon, you can't catch any other Pokemon in that area. You've lost the ability to catch them in that area. Also, if any of your Pokemon faint, they are considered dead, and you have to go either put them in your PC or release them because they are no longer usable. And then it's a couple of things as well, as that you typically have to nickname your Pokemon so that it hurts more when they die. Like, that's the whole reason they're like, yeah, you have to nickname them so you become more attached to them, so it actually, you feel something when they die. I'm like, okay, thanks. And to add another layer, I went ahead and I named them after people I know, so I feel a little bit more protective of them, and a little bit more careful. Because typically when I play Pokemon, I take lots of risks, knowing that I can go run back to the Poke Center and heal them back up again. So Michael, named after one of my good friends, happens to also be the cousin of my wife. We have Sam, who is named for my wife, and is the longest surviving Pokemon on my team. Caught her in the very first area. You can see that right there. Met in Route 1 at level 3, and started at level 3, is now level 37. Hoping to keep her around and continue to use her in clutch situations. She's been... very vital to taking out Psychic-type Pokemon, honestly, just because she has such a high attack. Use her. Reese is named for my aunt. Met her at level 16. Has a serious nature. Let's see, and then we got Mirinda, who is named after my little sister. Met on Route 24 at level 13. Been around for a little while, but has been good having a flying type on my team. Dexter, very recent addition to my team. Found on Route 14 at level 24, but has been awesome. Very good to have another Pokemon that can at least use Psychic-type moves on my team. Has been good. Andy, named for my brother. I just realized I'm using two different Pokemon that you get for free in the game. But you get an Eevee for free in Celadon City that starts at level 25. Gave him a Thunderstone, turned into a Jolteon. Has crazy high special attack. You see it's 107 there. Crazy high speed, 117. It has been an absolute vital part of this team so far. In my my second string, so to speak. I don't like to talk about my first string very much because it's still painful. Let's see. And that appears to be all of my Pokemon. So yeah, that's the current team. And now we're going to go ahead and go take on... Giovanni, which is the last time I'd lost the grand majority of my Pokemon. The last time I took on Giovanni, but I feel like I'm a lot more prepared than I am this time than I was the first time. Let's see. See if I can go back to knowing what his lineup is so I can tell which one I should send out first. Let's see. Oh yeah, there we go. So he starts with the level 37 Nidorino. So we're going to put out our Psychic type to take that one out. Going to probably use Dexter quite a bit to take out the Psychic types, or sorry, the Poison types with Psychic type moves, just so we can save Reese with our one Fighting type move that we have for Kangaskhan. And then, I don't know if Michael's going to be strong enough to take on Rhyhorn, but we're going to give it a shot. It's near 10 level difference, but I mean, water type moves are incredibly strong against rock types, so we're going to give it a shot. Yeah, so sorry. Here we go. We're going to fly all the way up to Saffron. Oh, sorry. I'm just barely seeing this, and I apologize for that. So very sad to hear that you guys lost a family member today. And the fact that, you know, you're here on my stream to kind of help with managing those emotions is very honoring to me, and I appreciate the fact that I can help in any way. Hope you guys are taking care of yourselves, and if there's anything that you need or advice you might need, feel free to drop it here. Otherwise, just enjoy and make sure that you're taking your time, and don't let anyone try to tell you how to grieve. Because that's one thing I feel like happens quite a bit, is that people try to be over-understanding and tell you what you need to do in order to grieve properly, and honestly, it's completely up to you and what you feel like you're able to do. And how long it takes and everything like that. But thank you for sharing. Okay. No, wait. Need to hop back on this one. Okay. Oh, there is one more. I forgot. Alright, maybe I can use you to train up my Lapras a little bit more too. Ah, Cubone. Yep, we're going to swap right now. Because that is a ground type, and Michael is going to be ideal for taking that on. Quick surf, and goodbye.
Nice.
Even better. Because evolutions always give more experience than the first one. Ah, so close. Oh, these are doing a lot more damage than I was expecting. Please stop. Thank you. Yeah, we're just going to use another surf. Body Slam has too much of a chance to miss. Oh, couldn't critical hit the first time, Michael? That's okay. Lots of experience there. The Drowsy. We are going to swap for that one and let Sand take the Drowsy out. And then we're going to go back and heal again, because I forgot about this guy. Owie, Psychic. Okay. Sorry, I was expecting that to do a lot more than it just did right now. Don't, please. 1,000 Pokebucks from that guy. Okay.
Wait, we'll go heal up.
Yep, I am going to go heal up. Just needed to make sure there was no one else. Minor scary moment going up against that Marowak. Glad it only hit me twice with that Bonering. It's a terrible name for a Pokemon move, but oh well. Okay. Alright, people. The moment you've been waiting for, I'm going to go take on the boss of Team Rocket, and it's going to be epic.
Amazing.
Hopefully. Alright. Thank you, card key. Okay. And again, we got Dexter out first so that he can take out the Nidorino, which is a poison type. Ah, Seth. So we meet again. The President and I are discussing a vital business proposition. Keep your nose out of grown-up matters, or experience a world of pain.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted indeed. Okay, this is not going to go the same way as it did last time. We got this.
Yeah.
Psybeam. Let's go, Dexter, go. Okay, not too bad. Okay, please don't do too much. Okay, we should be good even if it does hit all 5 times. And it only hit twice, so we're good. Super effective. Okay, Rhyhorn. This is the one that we said that we're going to try and use Michael on, so we're going to give it a shot.
Don't kill him, okay?
Going to do my very best.
Thanks.
He does have quite a bit of health. Michael does, so we should be good. And he's fast. Take him out. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah! Beautiful. Okay. Not messing around with Nidoqueen, however. Let's keep this going. Oof, that's not doing nearly as much as I was hoping for. But if you're just going to use Poison Sting, I'm not overly worried. Okay, so far so good. Dexter, if you could get us a critical hit here in just a second, that would be great. Okay, that's okay. Should just take one more. Especially since it just keeps using Poison Sting, I think we're doing okay today. Excellent.
How many does he got?
He's just got King's Kong left, which we have our counter. Let's go, Reese. Because as we learned last time, it's just a normal type. So, we're going to beat it up with some Brick Breaks. It's going to try and take down my defense, but to no avail. Take it out. Okay. Not the best, not the worst. Especially if we can take it out before it tries to do anything with all of these tail whips it's doing. Still not overly worried about it, though. Because Reese has a really high defense. And we got to go first that time, so we're good. We are good, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo! Yay!
This is some good trauma healing right now. From the last time I went up against Giovanni. See, now it has a defense of 100. Like, he was going to have to do a lot of tail whips to be able to do anything to us. We beat Boss Giovanni. I lost again?
Yay!
4,100 Pokebucks. Let's get it. Blast it all. You ruined our plans for Sylph. But Team Rocket will never fall. Seth, never forget that all Pokemon exist. For Team Rocket. I must go, but I shall return.
Okay, bye.
Ciao. Alright. Oh dear boy. Thank you for saving Sylph. I will never forget you saved us in our moment of peril. I have to thank you in some way. Because I am rich, I can give you anything. I forgot he says that. It's hilarious. Here, maybe this will do. I obtained a Master Ball from the President. I put it in my Pokeball's pocket. You can't buy that anywhere. It's our secret prototype, Master Ball. I don't know why I gave him this big of a list, but we're going with it. It will catch any Pokemon without fail. Yeah, we're kind of doing a Sean Connery meets something. I'm not sure. You should be quiet about using it, though. And what do you got to say? Thank you for rescuing all of us. We, from the President down, are indebted to you. What's this got? Really? Is just a random PC here?
Why not? Maybe because people usually want to put the Lapras directly onto their team.
That's probably it. That's probably exactly why. Okay, hopping back down.
Oh yeah. We're going down.
Well, guys, I am happy to say that that went about as good as it could have gone. No Pokemon losses. We're doing good today. Feeling great.
Yeah, we're playing smart.
Playing smart. I am going to look up briefly Lapras's learn set. To see what we have to look forward to in the future. Okay, oh, we are going to learn Ice Beam in a couple more levels. Rain Dance, Safeguard. We learn Hydro Pump at 49. Very nice. Let's see. Okay. Oh. Apparently you can teach Thunder-type moves to Lapras as well. That's exciting. Not Thunder-type, Electric-type, but you get what I'm trying to say. Alright. Well, even though I could go start taking on the next gym, I believe that is going to be a good place to stop for tonight. And we will go start taking on the Psychic-type gym next time. With all of my Pokemon that, you know, are going to be okay against Psychic-type, but nothing that is super effective. Wait a second. No, wait. I have Bug-type moves. From Dexter, for example. Who has Leech Life. Not the strongest. Definitely not the strongest, but we can attempt to use it. Not to mention good old Poison Powder. Sam does have some Dark-type moves, but unfortunately without having a very high special attack, it's actually usually better just for her to use Hyper Fang, which has a much higher power. Even Quick Attack and Cut end up being a little bit more useful. Let's see. What else we got? You are not going to be very useful. Sorry, Reese, not this time. Mirinda actually won't be too bad just because Psychic is not super effective against her, as well as I do know that it uses a Venomoth as one of the strongest Pokemon, and it's part Bug type, which means that it's going to be super weak to Flying type. And then there's Michael, who is just happy to be here. And then Andy's not going to be too bad because we have Pin Missile, and I decided that this was going to be a useful enough move to keep around, and I want to see how it does. We'll give it a shot. But that will be for next time. So until then, thank you everyone for joining tonight. And make sure that, yes, you do drop a like. Thank you for the suggestion. And if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe so you know that when I am streaming. And in the future, I do plan on dropping some other recorded content for videos that I make about mental health. Still in the works right now on what I want to specifically share about or what's going to be the most useful. But for now, thank you guys for joining me. Drop a like and make sure to take care of yourself. I think I'm going to continue my tradition of saying hydrate or dihydrate. That one's been fun to say lately. And remember that you are loved. You are not a waste of space, and that you're meant to be here. Thank you guys, and we'll catch you next time. Peace out.